Want to move abroad in 2026? Here are 5 things you need to stop doing in 2025. Hey. I am Rashida Dow. I have lived in Mexico City for 6 years, and I co host an annual event for Black women who want to move abroad and co run a community Exodus Summit for Black women who also want to move abroad. And that community is 26,000 people strong. So I've talked to quite a few people about what they are doing and what they are not doing in order to get their move abroad done. And so I've got some insight into what to do and what not to do. And we're going to talk about it all right now. So let's go. Let's do this. Very excited to be here with you guys today. I am coming to you from cold Vancouver, Canada, Vancouver Island, which is even colder. I don't know how. It's gray outside. I don't know if we're going to see the sun today, but I'm here. I'm here. And I'm going to talk about what you need to do if you're moving anywhere but Vancouver Island. Don't move here. Anyway, hey, if you're watching, say hi in the comments. Give me a hello. If you are watching this on the replay from the future, tell me hello as well so I know you were here. We're going to start going. I'm getting over being sick, so if I seem a little bit out of it, that's okay. Now, CK, you say you see sunshine through the window. That is not sunshine. That is light from a light source. There's no sun. I think it's an orb in the sky. It's so gray outside. It's very like it looks. The whiteness is gray. It's not sun. It's not like a yellow sun. It's like a gray. Anyway, anyhoodle, that's what's going on. Hey, members of my membership will meet of my YouTube membership. We will meet after this immediately. I'll send you guys a link. All right, to the business. The 5 things I think as a move abroad expert, because I am. As a move abroad expert, these are 5 things you need to stop doing in 2025 to move abroad in 2026. Before I get to that, who wants to move abroad in 2026? Let me know. Let me know if that's your plan. Would you like to move abroad in 2026? Any of you? Y'all out here changing your names. Hey, Kim. Now the Redefining Hustle Collective. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So Nini does, Coffee does, Suzanne does, Ann Martin does, Jacross 527, Brittany Turner 9380, To Love More wants to move abroad in 2026. All right, we're doing this. All right. This is advice that you may not really want to hear, but it's advice that you need. Hold on. I'm going to try to turn this light on and see if I get better light. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see if this is better. A little bit more light in my face. Yes. Okay. All right. So this is the advice I would give you if we were friends. So we're all going to be friends today. You might not want to hear it, but hi. Okay. First one. If there's anyone else in the room with you, they got to earmuff real quick. Because the first one is putting everybody else first. Now, my channel's for Black women. And so I'm speaking to Black women. Hey, others that are watching. But Black women have usually been programmed. The programming we receive as Black women is that it is our job to care for our larger families, our parents, our children, our larger families, our larger communities, our neighborhoods, all of those things. And then generally you can, with whatever space is left over, care for yourself. And if you continue to do that, you won't move abroad. If you're putting other people's needs ahead of yours consistently, you're not going to move abroad. You got to get a little selfish, right? Because someone's always going to need your time, your talent, your treasure. Someone's always going to need something from you, especially if you've been giving your whole life and they're used to getting from you. Someone's going to need some money. Someone's going to need you to fix a problem for them. And when you're fixing the problem, you're not fixing your problem, which is you want to do something that you're not currently doing, right? You've got to get selfish. Now, if you want to move abroad, are you ready to put yourself first? Let me know in the comments. Other people's problems don't have to be your problems. And if you want to make them your problems, you still have to maybe limit the number of problems you can accept in 2025 if you want to start your move in 2026. Octavia Harris says leftovers. Oh, wait, no. Leftovers isn't just about food. It's not. It's not. We've been told that generally we don't get to need, right? We don't get to need. We get to give. That's our portion. We don't get to want. We get to give. Wise word CK says, I'm looking to put myself first in retirement. CK, if you're not already retired, it's time to put yourself first now. Right? And what does putting yourself first look like? We talked to a woman about this yesterday. Stephanie and I did a video is going to come out soon with a woman who recently moved to Panama. But we talked about, we didn't talk to her about that. We talked to each other about caretaking. That video is about something else, about moving with her children, which we'll talk about in a second. If you're a caretaker, often we see that as a reason we can't go, often because the people you're taking care of don't want to go. What if they got to choose one thing, and that one thing they got to choose between was whether you took care of them or whether they stayed where they were, right? So many times I hear people say, I can't go because I've got to take care of so-and-so doesn't want to move abroad. No, caretaking video coming soon, so we'll get into more of that there. But that's what I'm talking about when I say put yourself first. Your kids are 4 and you don't want to leave until they graduate from high school. Maybe that dream deferred is dead. It's dead. Right? Your kids will be fine no matter where you take them. Kids will be okay. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. No, you don't have money to lend because you're saving up to move, right? No, you can't work on this project for the community because you need to spend that time decluttering your house. Put yourself first. It's hard. It's really hard. But put yourself first. There's no benefit overall to the larger community for the caretakers, the workers, the givers to be so drained that they can't give, that they can't take care, right? That they can't work. Put your life vest on first. Put your oxygen mask on first. And then whatever you have, then share that, right? We're putting ourselves, if you want to move abroad, I'm telling you, because there's so much you have to do, right? Not that moving abroad is so much work that it's not possible, but there are a number of things you have to do. And if everyone else comes first, you're not going to get to the things you have to do, right? Okay. One of the things you need to do is declutter. Who has moved abroad and not put their stuff in storage, but gotten rid of all of the stuff in their home? Either taken it with them or gotten rid of it. Tell us how long that took you, if you've done that. I will tell you, I did not do that. I put my stuff in storage, and it took me 2 weeks with 2 people working at least 12 hours a day, 2 solid weeks to get rid of all the stuff from my storage. I took Adelia to the Bay Area with me, and I was like, we're going to have so much fun. I'm going to show you all my favorite parts of the Bay, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. We ain't do nothing but go through the things in my storage and figure out how to dispose of them, sell them, give them away. Throw them away was definitely the last thing we wanted to do. But like, how can we go through these things? Kat from Rebloom Room says it took her months, that she hates shopping, she doesn't collect stuff, and it still took her months to get rid of all of the things in her house. If you want to move abroad, you have months of work ahead of you. Months. You got to put yourself first. You got to put yourself first. Kemi says, I don't want to think about decluttering. It feels insurmountable. It's not insurmountable, right? It's not insurmountable. Which brings us to the second thing I need you to stop doing if you want to move abroad next year. And I'm real serious about this one. You got to stop buying things that can't come with you. Today, it's holiday season. Maybe you have a wish list. Maybe you're like, Black Friday sales, treat yourself. I've been saving up for this. Stop buying things that can't come with you. Stop buying things that can't come with you. You don't need it for the 6 months before you move. You don't need it. You're not taking that new gaming chair with you. You're not. I know you want to make your children so happy, and you want to give them everything they ask for. You're not. Stop buying things for you and for the people coming with you that you can't take with you. Does it fit in a suitcase? Does it fit if it doesn't fit in a suitcase, and if it doesn't fit in the number of suitcases you want to pay for? I said it took 2 minutes, 2 months to get rid of her stuff. And she left some stuff behind in her sister's house. And after 5 weeks, she shut down, and other people had to help from her community because she ain't have it no more. It's not insurmountable, but the more the more you spend on things now, say you buy, what's on our wish list? What's on our Black Friday wish list? I was going to say a new TV, but y'all would not buy a new TV if you're planning to move abroad next year, would you? A sofa in the year of our Lord 2025? Sofas, first of all, they'd be like $7,000, like $5,000 for what? For what? For what? Right? And then next year, when you want to get rid of it, you will have sat on it for 6-8 months, and you're only going to get like maybe $1,000 for it, maybe $500. All right. CK, does new cute luggage count? I will tell you that if you're moving abroad, you're not doing a cute like weekend trip somewhere, I wouldn't worry about cute luggage. I would be going to some kind of thrift store and buying whatever luggage you can find there that is, clean and in good condition and not having critters or whatever. Because some of you are gonna want to move with like 10 pieces of luggage. Some of you 5. And if you're going for new and cute, and that luggage is gonna get banged about very quickly because it's gonna be heavy. I would say new cute luggage could be a back burner thing. You could save that money for something else you need. All right. All right. So we don't stop buying things. Stop buying things. If it can't come with you, if you don't plan on taking it with you, if you're like, one of the hard things, and Amina touched on this earlier, one of the hard things that people have when they're decluttering, it's one of the hard things I had, but I told myself I didn't have a choice, is getting rid of their books. Getting rid of their books is really, really hard for a lot of us. When I cleaned up my storage, I got rid of hundreds of books by taking them to, I think, Half Price Books and getting like maybe 50 cents per book. maybe 50 cents per book is what I got when I brought them to Half Price Books. I can't tell you what to do with the books you have now, but I'm gonna tell you, stop buying physical books. Ahora, inmediatamente. Stop buying physical books. Because you're already gonna be mad with the bookshelf you have, trying to figure out how to take it with you. I don't know what to do with all the books. Abba says I was never able to get rid of any books. I don't think this is too much business in the streets, but Abba kept her home, so she didn't have to get rid of her books. If you're not keeping your home, where the books gonna go? I know you like to feel them in your hand. I know. Stop buying books, though. You have enough books. And this is not anti-reading. This is not anti-intellectual at all. This is me saying your suitcase can only be so many pounds. No matter what you pay, they're not going to let it get over 70 pounds. Because then a man in the back might throw his back out, and now there's a workers' compensation claim. Ebooks. You can get ebooks from bookshop.org. You don't have to be from that bald man who's ruining the country. It doesn't have to be like that. You can use this app, though. I don't think... Okay, so my people who know things. I borrow a book from Libby. I love to borrow ebooks from Libby. I need a better library, though. The Broward County Library is boop, boop. If you borrow an ebook from Libby and read it on Kindle, does Amazon get any money from that? I've been doing that because I didn't think they did, but I need someone who's actually researched this, not a guess, but actually information, because I don't want to give my money to Amazon. So I can read it directly through Libby if I want to, but I'm used to using the Kindle app, and I have an old Kindle from I think my Kindle's at least 15 years old, at least. What does he make any money? I'm trying to live a life where he don't get a penny from me. Y'all don't know either? Let me know. Let me know. That man is using his money to ruin newspaper. I am particularly off topic. You know, I was going to get a little segue, sidebar, meander. One of the things that I take as not a personal insult, but I am most aggrieved by in all of the ways we've seen money and power get centralized in just a few people is the ruination of local papers. I used to get up every morning and read the physical newspaper as a child. What's going on? And to know that you could do that now and it's not news, it's all someone's agenda. Because news, whether print, TV, wherever we get it, is no longer, has no, the truth just ain't in it. The newspaper was supposed to speak truth to power, and now the newspaper is the power, and it ain't speaking no truth. I never thought I'd see the day. And so it's real personal between me and that man. He don't get no money from me. I can't even walk in Whole Foods no more. Ruining everything. Ruining everything. Everything. All right. So, do we have an answer about ebooks and Kindle? I don't think none of y'all know. It's my question. Yes, invest in ebooks. I'm not even buying them. I'm borrowing them from the library. I'm about to, because I am actually going to pay for a second library, because I'd rather my money go to a library system than go to, not that I want it to go to authors, because authors are going to get paid, and they do get paid when their books are from a library. But that's how I'm going to invest my book money, is sign up for more libraries so I have more options in Libby to get books. Ruining newspapers? When they put you in that dirt. Woo! Okay. Okay, so Octavia says no profit for Tech Bro when you use the app. May be able to target ads to you based on reading interest when you use the Kindle. Excellent. Yes. I borrow a book from Libby and read it on my Kindle or read it on the Kindle app. As long as he don't get no money. I used to have Kindle Unlimited, where you can get books, like a section of books, without paying for them each month because you paid for the membership. Cut that off. You're not getting none of my money. All right. Sorry, I feel real strongly about the state of news in America today. Oh, wait. Kindle gets licensing fees, but it's not per book. Interesting. Okay. All right. CC says it's really Revenge of the Nerds out here. Why are they so terrible? Why are they so terrible? Stupid. All right. Coffee says if you join the Las Vegas library, you can get resources that are vast. All right. Okay. Oh, D. Oliver gave all her books to the library except for 3 I wanted to touch. I brought back maybe like 5 books with me from the. I brought 5 books with me back from the Bay, I think, about that. And I brought some like coffee table books. But last week Sunday when I wasn't here with you guys, I was having a sad day. And I had a sad day in bed. And I napped. I think it's because I'm getting over being sick. And I was like, I want to read. And I made a rookie mistake. Okay, so I didn't want to read fiction. I wanted to read nonfiction. Walk with me a little. This is going to be a short segue. I wanted to read nonfiction. And the nonfiction I had was in my home was Ntozake Shanga's For Colored Girls, which the play, it's the choreo poem. The choreo poem isn't as bad as the movie. It's not as dramatic. It's dramatic, but it's not like Tyler did his little one on that one. It's not the same thing. But I was like, I can't read For Colored Girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough on a sad day. I can't do that. And then I had Tennessee Williams' Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And I opened it first, but then I was like, I really can't do white nonsense right now. I just, it's as a play, it is like even reading like the directions and the descriptions of what he wants the stage to look like, and it's good. It's also white nonsense. I was like, not on a sad day. So I picked up anthology of Zora Neale Hurston novels and some short stories. And that was the last thing I had as a nonfiction read. What do you think happened when I laid in bed all day on a sad day and read Zora Neale Hurston? What can you guess happened? The way I was snotty crying in bed, just, why would he do that? Tears. I'm in bed crying, reading Zora Neale Hurston. Crying. Crying. Because I wanted to read something physical. No, I don't need book recommendations. I need physical books in my home for when I want to open a physical book, which is what I wanted last week. I didn't want to read it on digitally. And I don't have that. I had a limited amount of physical because I gave away all my books, physical non-fiction books. And Zora Neale Hurston had me. I was like, of course. Why would I read Jonas Gordvine, which I don't think I've ever read before. Jonas Gordvine? Why? Why? A whole bunch of why, cry. Don't be like me. Get rid of most of your books. Keep one or two that are happy, please. I don't know how I started going down this path, but last week I do not have enough nonfiction physical books in my home. Oh, Jonas Gordvine. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yes, Jonas Gordvine. I cannot believe we got to live in the same timeline as Zora Neale Hurston. We maybe not the same time, but the same timeline. Life is good. All right. Next on the list of things we got to give up because we got to get back to it. Hey, it's Black Lady Sunday. Hey, Faith. Faith, I saw you under a waterfall in Costa Rica. Are you still there? Y'all move abroad. Y'all leave the US and y'all get to post in joy. Just joy. I see you leave and I see the quality of your lives. This is for all of you. I see the quality of your lives and it's exceptional. It's exceptional. Tag me in your joy. Send it to me. Let me know. I love it. I see it. I love it. User dash numbers and letters says it is good and getting better all the time. Yes. The quality of your lives is just exceptional. Abba says it makes me happy and jealous. Abba won't be in the streets again in like 13 days, at least by spring. Octavia asked me about bookstores with English sections. I am sure some do. I have not been trying to buy physical books. I was trying to be online only until I had that day where I was like, I need a book in my hand. But I know there's a used bookstore if it sells English books. I went there with some of the Exodus women when we took a food tour. We met close to the bookstore and we went in there. It's in Condesa. Don't remember the name of it. But I'm sure a lot of the bookstores have English sections or English options. I'm also trying to read books in Spanish to improve my reading. So another reason I have not been looking for bookstores or English bookstores, because I can always walk into any bookstore and pick up a book in Spanish in Mexico. But I'm trying to do that. When I was leaving the airport lounge the other day, they had, they have magazines of like you can just take one. I took one. Pause. It's in style, in Espanol, for me to read in Spanish. And one of the reasons I picked this was because, like, yes, fashions and things, but like, this is like toddler reading. Not that the words are toddler words, but it's like, what do they call them? A picture book? Is that what it is? Or a chapter book? What are those with the kids, but not a lot of words on the page? Not a lot of words on the page. Not a lot of words on the page. I can get through this, right? So I picked it up and I'm going to try to get through it. Pages and pages with no words. I'm still counting it as reading. So I also started borrowing friends. I started borrowing magazines on Libby, like Mexican magazines on Libby. And that has also been fun. But I wanted to do it in person. I wanted a physical one so I could write on it and do stuff. Yes. So I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're back on it. Number 1 was putting everybody else first. Number 2 is buying things that can't come with you. We're not doing that anymore. Number 3 on the list, wishing instead of working. You got to stop wishing and start working. From my perspective, what that means is like, we know that, like, we've talked about this on this platform before. We know that, like, must be nice isn't productive. I think we can agree on that. That's not productive. But I do think that it's something that our brains, our monkey minds often do when we don't plan on it, right? I didn't even mean to think that, but my brain did that, right? And it may not be an all the time thing. It may just be like a once in a while thing. But when you feel that pang inside, like, oh, look at what they have. Look at what they're doing. Oh, that like, I wish I could. Get to work. Get to work. Stop wishing you two lived abroad and do the work that you have to do to live abroad. Do the work you have to do. Everybody's work is going to be different. But seeing someone and wishing you had their life does not give you their life. Seeing someone and working, doing the work to have a life similar to theirs. We can't really get anybody else's life, and we really shouldn't want anybody else's life. We know what people are doing out there. But doing the work gets you closer. The wishing does not. Now, you know I'm a delusional manifester, right? I'm not saying don't wish. I'm not saying don't have a vision board. I'm not saying don't write it down 1,000 times. I'm saying that's not the work. The wishing is not the work. You got to do the work too. You got to do the work too. Right? The work is the decluttering that takes months. The work is figuring out where you want to live. The work is figuring out how you can stay in the place you want to live. All of those things is the work. Right? Wishing every day, I wish I didn't live in this country, is not the work. Getting all your favorite stones in place and writing it down and lighting the right candle and doing and calling, that's not the work either. I'm not saying don't do it, because you know I will. I like delusion. I like manifestation. I like them both together, apart and together. But that's not the work. It's not. It's not. It's not. If at my big age, I wanted to take a lover, I couldn't just write, I want a new lover in my notebook and do the things and repeat it to myself and do all the manifestation things you can do with that. I actually have to leave the house sometime. I actually still have to go out and pretend to be social. I have to at some point interact with. Maybe it's online. Maybe I don't have to leave the house. Maybe I have to be on the apps. But I still have to do the work. We're going to wish if we want to, but we're also going to work. I'm not trying to take your wishing away from you. I'm telling you, you have to do the work. Right? What does the work look like for you? And how do you do the work? What do you need to do? I don't know. However, segue, Exodus ASAP in December 2025, we are doing a challenge for Black women who want to move abroad. It is our Peace Out Protocol Challenge. Our Peace Out Protocol Challenge is the 8 buckets that you need to work on in order to complete your move abroad. And our challenge is to help you get a step or as many steps as you want to further in each bucket. Because a lot of times we're so focused on one thing that we're not doing the rest of the things that we need to do in order to do that. We talked to Rebecca yesterday, who was in ASAP, and now she is in Panama. And she said she found the 8 steps really helpful. She called them buckets. But 8 steps really helpful because she didn't even realize what she wasn't taking care of until she saw the things laid out so clearly. So in December, you can get to work with us in community and figure out how to get through those 8 different areas. I'm writing this down now. Because we're going to challenge you to make progress in all 8 of them. Do the work. Do the work. We're doing the work. We're not just wishing, right? Do the work. If you join us in Exodus ASAP in the month of December, the challenge, I believe, starts on the 1st and goes until the 18th. It could have been longer, but we know y'all not going to do nothing with us in Christmas. we know most of you guys are going to be like, I'm eating. You know, I am going to be eating wherever I am. So we wanted to give you some time that wasn't in between the holiday parties and all that stuff to get the work done so that when you start the new year, you're like, yes, I understand what I need to do and I understand how I need to do it. Amina says, Exodus ASAP got me out of the country in under a year. I hadn't planned on moving for at least 5 years. Yes. Doing the work. Knowing what the work is, identifying the work and doing the work. All right. Actually, let's stop for a second. Do you know what your work is? What's the next thing you need? If you want to move abroad in 2026, write in the comments what the next thing you need to get done is. Let me know. The next thing you need to get done if you want to move abroad in 2026. Okay. So residency paperwork from the Epileptic Wanderer. Hey, friends. Get my number. Kay Stewart, what's your what number are we talking about? Is it the cost of living or something else? Wise words of CK says healthcare for travel and U.S. coverage. We're working on that in ASAP. That's going to be one of the areas of the challenge. We're going to give you some guidance about what to do next for healthcare. Coffee Brown says I have to finish the visa paperwork for the business. The consulate sent me the link. Are you going to France, Coffee Brown? Nina says get a passport. Get a passport, girl. Get a passport. Lady Sarita says visa status. Daisy's heartful. Says sell my condo. Nadwella B says get my TEFL. Cost of living. Working on cost of living in the challenge as well. Figure out my kids schooling abroad. We're covering that in the challenge. Amina says if I can get the cell phone issue because Telcel's giving me the flux. I've been month to month with Telcel and not on a plan, but like I've been on a prepaid plan of Telcel since 2019. When I'm there, I pay them. When I'm done, I don't. And I do not have any. It's fine. So if your struggle with them is figuring out how to get a plan with them, don't even do that. Just buy a SIM card and go month to month. Residency paperwork, I've researched but not taken any steps. Exodus ASAP. Awkward Black Nomad says, pick a country. Should I talk about Kyoka today? Or should I let her ride? I'm gonna let her ride. So okay, would you have the challenge of how to move abroad to a country unseen? We are going to talk about moving, right? There's going to be steps to help. There's going to be steps to help you move to a country unseen. And we're going to work on some mindset stuff that could also help you move to a country unseen. Two things. One, moving to a country without ever being there is really going to depend on your comfort level, right? How comfortable you can get with that. And that's a personal challenge, right? The other part is when you're in community with all these other women, somebody else has been there, right? Somebody else has been there and somebody can tell you the straight story about what that experience was, right? Someone can tell you their experience and that will help you get more comfortable. So moving to a country unseen isn't like a part of the challenge, but if you have this country picked already, say it's Fiji, because I love Fiji. I'm not telling y'all to move to Fiji. I'm just saying I love Fiji. Say it's Fiji and you've never been there, but you want to move there. We're going to get you all the steps. We're going to line up what you need to do to move to Fiji and all the steps in the challenge, give you some tips, etc. And we're going to work on some mindset stuff, but we can't get you comfortable with that. You've got to get yourself comfortable with that. All right. Oh, figuring out what to do with my car. That is almost harder a lot of times than figuring out what to do with your house. Because your house, like the options make sense. I can rent it out. I can put it on a short-term rental site. I can sell it. I can blah, blah. With your car, it's always like, ugh, now, ugh, ugh, oh, what are we doing? And with these 15-year car loans coming up, woo. I would be remiss if I didn't say, as someone who's worked in the auto industry, specifically in consumer auto finance, and has written those terribly long and boring auto finance contracts that you did not read. You did not read it. You don't know what it says. I know what they say because I have written them. Babies, do not sign a car loan for longer or a lease or anything for longer than the car is going to last. And these cars these days don't be lasting 15 years. I promise you, don't do that. Whatever low payment they're trying to give you in order to do that, it's not worth it. Paying a car note on a car that don't run no more? Woo! Y'all don't want that. Jazzy G says, what do you mean by 15-year? Somebody's president floated the idea of 15-year car loans. And his minions said they're working on it. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. ES7432 says, you can have your car shipped right. Maybe, maybe not, right? So if you are a permanent resident of Mexico, you can't bring in your car from another country. Because why would you have another country's car here when you live here permanently? Some places it's not going to be worth the shipping to ship the car. Right? Like that's sounds like an easy solution. But it's not always, it's often not, it's most of the time people don't ship their cars because it don't make no sense to ship the car. So yes, you could always do it, but does it make sense financially as opposed to if you need a car, buying a car where you're going? Is it legal? For some people, it's not going to be. Lots of reasons why you would not want to do it, which is why most people do not ship their cars around the world. It's going to work out for some people. For the majority of you, it's not the best idea. Possible, always possible, but yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about 50-year mortgages because what? Woo! Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm gonna let that ride. A reminder from the comments that because something works for you doesn't mean it will work for other people. If you're not going to the same country you're going to, if their situation is different in any way, it may not work for you. A reminder that when you take advice from people, if your situation is not exactly like theirs, it may not work. And so what works for one person isn't the law of moving around the world. And we've got to be flexible with how we talk to people and what we tell them. Right? You've got to leave some space for not knowing everything in this world. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Amina said she rented a large Ford SUV in SMA, got stuck turning around on these little streets and needed help getting unstuck. They were nice about it. Them San Miguel streets? First of all, you can't walk 2 by 2 down the sidewalks. A big SUV, as someone who has not grown up driving in Mexico, in central Mexico. Woo! Nah. Mm-mm. No. I completely understand wanting one and needing one, but the cars in Mexico are little for a reason. The cars in Mexico City, little. I tried to get in advance an Uber black SUV the other day. Uber black SUV. So we going fancy and we going large. Fancy and large. Mexico City. Baby, they tried to send me a Ford Explorer. Because that's large in Mexico City. That's large. And fancy, I guess. Hey, Angela. Angela, I just talked about you the other day. Oh, I mentioned you to Amina. That's what it was. Most soon asked, do you think it's okay to rent a storage unit if you just don't have the energy or time to get rid of everything in your home just yet? Yes, it's okay, but you're going to have that storage unit much longer than you plan on having it. 99.95% of the time, people who have storage units say they kept it and had to keep paying on it, or they was going to lose all that stuff. Had to keep paying on it longer than they planned. Right? I would never tell you to get a storage unit, but I don't know what you got going on. And if you think that makes the most sense for you, my recommendation based on what you want to do would be to have a strict deadline of when you're going to release that storage unit. If you haven't, whatever is in the storage unit is not your problem anymore. You don't get rid of it. You're not paying for it anymore. You're going to empty it out completely by X date. The chance of you pushing that date back, very high. Very high chance of pushing that date back. But if you don't go in with that date, you'll be 5 years later. Like, I still got that storage unit. And they've just been charging my credit card every month. And I've just been like, okay, with no plan to do anything. Okay. Now, storage unit, I want to touch on this for a bit. We'll talk about this more in Exodus ASAP in December when we talk about what to do with your stuff is one of the buckets we deal with. But one of the things I always want you to know is that it is easier to deal with the things in your home as you see them laid out right now than when they're all in boxes in a storage unit. Or if someone wants the dresser, it's all the way in the back of a storage unit. So you got to haul everything out and then get them the dresser and then put everything back in. It's easier to do it where things are accessible in your home than to get rid of your things out of a storage unit. More in Exodus ASAP all the time. Now, we talk about decluttering all the time in Exodus ASAP. It's one of the themes, one of our 8 themes. So it's one of the things we talk about every month. And we have accountability sessions about getting that work done. Twice a month, we have an accountability group about decluttering, about dealing with your stuff. So if you need some help, join us in there. I don't tend to place a lot of right and wrong judgments on things because life is hard. Life is hard. Do what you have to do. So I'm not going to tell you it's not okay to do it. I'm just saying you got to put some guardrails around what you're doing. Life is hard. Why? All right. My mouse story made her say no to commercial storage. The way they chewed on things and peed on things. Literally, Adelia and I went to storage. I think straight from the airport. Went even straight to the airport. We landed Mexico City, Bay Area, rented the car, rented a huge SUV because we knew it was a lot of stuff we'd have to move around. Unlocked the storage unit, open it up. I said, Adelia, are those animal droppings? And she was like, yeah. We closed that bad boy, went to the Target, which wasn't too far away. Went to Target, masks, gloves, sprays, everything. There was no food. And I want to be clear. There was no food. The rats weren't after food in my unit. I had like some spices. I don't know how they ended up in there. They ain't touch the spices. It was baskets. It was wood. They're just chewing they're just like, I guess they use materials to sharpen their teeth. So they were just like, we're just going to use your stuff to sharpen our teeth and poop in here and pee. Storage. Yay. Yay. Okay. So our 3 things so far: putting everybody else first, buying things that can't come with you, wishing instead of working. And 4 on the list, setting your own limits. Telling yourself what you can't do or what can't happen for you. Right? What you can't do or what can't happen for you. Setting your own limits. I read in a book once, I can't remember if it was a quote in the book or the author wrote it, but it said something like, if you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. And that stuck with me forever. I probably read that like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It still sticks with me. If I say I can't ski, I can't ski. If I tell myself I can't make money, I can't make money. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. I can't fail, so I can't fail, right? Like, that's a limitation I have. I can't fail. Not everything's going to be perfect. I can't fail. If you argue for your limitations, you're going to keep them. So whatever limits you're putting on yourself. I can't move abroad until X. What's your X? Most of y'all are telling yourself some version of that right now. I can't move abroad until X. I can't blah, blah. I can't move abroad because I don't have this much money. I don't have enough money. I can't. What's your I can't? What's the limitation you put on yourself? Be honest. Be honest in the comments. What's a limitation you put on yourself about your move abroad? A long time ago, it was I can't bop around the world. I can't just get up and leave and travel the world for months at a time because that's not responsible. Imagine me saying that now. The limits you argue for are the limits you live with. On your own self? Come on. Whatever limits y'all are giving yourself. Okay, Cammy says, don't want to leave carrying consumer debts. I would argue, Kemi, that there's a good chance that staying is keeping you in consumer debt. Staying around, staying in the US is keeping you in consumer debt. Wise word CK says taxation too high to move, but I can bop. There's a will to the way. I would say, if there are countries you are interested in moving to, have you talked to an accountant there, a tax professional in the place you're moving to? Because if not, are you just making that up? Are you just making that up? If you don't, because like we said earlier, your situation isn't going to be everybody else's situation. So getting a professional view, input, opinion about your situation might be more freeing than you think it is. Right? It might be more freeing than you think it is. Okay, so you have done that and you've researched? Okay. All right. Coach Donna Marie says, caregiving for my spouse has been holding me here. Could you caregive for your spouse somewhere else? And if you were caregiving for your spouse somewhere else, could there be more community care in your new place, even if that community care was paid for? Just a thought. Jazzy, this is why I'm here. A little poke with my stabby stick. A little poke, a little poke. Are you awake? Boop. It's why I show up. Just give you a little sharp in your side. It's why I'm here. Lady Secret says, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Give us a like. Give it a like. I say this all the time, and I truly mean it from the bottom of my heart. Give it a dislike if you are not enjoying this, because it's not going to be different next week. I'm going to be the same old Sheeta. Same old she next week. If you don't enjoy this, give it a thumbs down so YouTube does not suggest me again. Why waste our times? Give it a thumbs up if you like it, though. We don't stay neutral around here. I don't want you to be neutral about me. I would rather you be like, I'm on the fence, but I'm going to give it a thumbs down because I'm not enjoying her, than to just, not do anything. I didn't get up at the crack of dawn, 7 a.m. this morning, for you to be neutral about me. Ew. All right. Okay, Coach Donna Marie says her husband's too frail to move. I'm so sorry, Donna Marie. I hope you said things turned, recent turn events. I hope they turn. I hope there's another more positive turn of recent, soon to come turn of events for you. Positive. All right. Number 5 on the list, the last thing on the list, because we're going to wrap this up soon. Let me run through the numbers first. Number 1, putting everybody else first. For those of you that are just tuning in. Number 2, buying things that can't come with you. Stop it. Number 3, wishing instead of working. Number 4, setting your own limits. Number 5, if you want to move abroad in 2026, you need to stop in 2025 procrastinating. That includes procrastinating. It includes procrastinating. All the procrastinate whatevers you can do, we're stopping them. We're no longer procrastinating. We're no longer saying, yeah, I'm going to get to that. And I am a procrastinator. It could be a little smidge of ADHD, a little boop boop. I like to do things when they're urgent. I like a little urgency. It's urgent today. If you are a Black woman living in the US, it's urgent today. The urgency is right now. Right? And some of you are doing things and you think you're making progress, but you're just procrastinating. Right? If you know you need to declutter your home, But instead of actually looking at finding 10 things you can throw away today, or 10 things you can put in the donate basket today and get rid of tomorrow, you're sitting here watching this video and reading the comments. Watch the video, you ain't got to read the comments. You ain't got to be in the comments. You could be actually doing work while you're watching this or while you're listening to this. Put some headphones in, listen to it, and get about and do things, right? For some of you watching this right now, you're procrastinating. You already know what you need to do. I don't need to tell you 5 things you need to stop doing. You know the 5, you know what you're doing. You're procrastinating doing the things you need to do. So Flutter by PNW says, I'm a procrastinator. Yes. So Stephanie and I have hilariously different things. She's a procrastinator. She needs to do something she doesn't want to do. She gonna make a graphic. She's going to get into the canvas and make something pretty. I'm a procrastinator. I'm going to outline. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you this. I decided I'm going to do Vlogmas this year. I'm going to give you not 25, but 31 videos on this channel and my other channel in December. And the first step was to lay out every single video. As I planned, I got a spreadsheet. I started in notes, and then I moved it to a Google Doc, and then I moved it to a Google Sheet so it would be better organized. And I'm planning things, and there's colors, and there's things. Have I recorded a video, though? No, I have not. There are no videos. There's no videos. I'm a procrastinator. I'm going to outline 17 different things and do none of them. No progress. I ain't set a video up. I ain't done no tripod camera, nothing. But I've got so much planned. I have so much planned. Are you going to get Vlogmas videos from me? I hope so. I hope so. Is there a chance we never speak of this again? Absolutely. Absolutely. Procrastinating, 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 procrastinating in any way. If you need, I see y'all self-identifying in here, right? How do we get from, is there a book about this that we could read for more procrastination? How to get from procrastinating? Is there a book we can read in order to get from procrastinating to actually doing? We need some team guidance. Who's got that guidance? Yes. Every year. Long, medium, short-term goals. And then what? And then what? When does the doing start? The doing starts in December. Join us in Exodus ASAP because we're going to make you get some stuff done. We're going to make you get some stuff done. That's not going to help my Vlogmas videos. It's not. But sometimes you just need to be in accountability groups. You need to be spaces of other people who are doing the same thing. Sometimes you need someone to remind you. So we talked to Rebecca. I'm giving you all of Rebecca's video. I'm so sorry. Watch it when it comes out. It's good. It's very, very good. She was like, I was in an accountability group once, and Amina said something to me, and I was like, why would you? But she got it done. She got it done because whatever Amina said got her to action. Okay. So Miss Cpix says, I have perfection, paralysis, procrastination. Exactly. So earlier in life, I realized that I was not scared of failure. I was scared of success. And some of that comes out with like, if it's not perfect, why am I doing it? Or it's not worth doing because it's not perfect. Guys, I'm not gonna fail. It's what I have known that about me since I was a small person. I'm not gonna fail. But what happens if I'm really, really good at this? And what happens if I'm really, really good, but it's not perfect? Your move abroad is not gonna be perfect. Getting back to the theme. Your move abroad is not gonna be perfect. You gonna mess up some stuff. Mess it up in community. Mess it up with friends. Mess it up with people who believe in you anyway, right? It's your move. If we're talking about your move abroad, it's not going to be perfect. When my mom and dad moved to America from England, they had all of all of their earthly money they had in an envelope, one envelope. And my father put it on the roof of the car, I guess with some other stuff, and drove off. And somebody got an envelope full of money and they had nothing. My mom had a job. So I don't know how I don't think it was a huge gap between because she came to the US to be a nurse. She was recruited when she was in England. Um, so I don't know that the gap between $0 with 2 children, $0 and the first paycheck. I don't know how big that gap was, but every I don't know what they did in that gap when there was no money. Your move's not gonna be perfect. You might be absolutely broke one day. It's not. Life, no matter where you go, life is going to life, right? So don't wait for the perfect situation. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for any kind of perfection, right? And don't think that people are going to um don't think that people are expecting perfection out of you, right? Don't think that people are expecting perfection out of you. The people that are expecting perfection, that sounds like people who are expecting failure, right? I'm not expecting perfection out of you because I don't think perfection is possible or required or like you don't need to be perfect, right? If I'm expecting to see your perfect move, I'm looking for places where you didn't meet that standard, that perfect standard. Don't do that. You don't have to be perfect. Not for you, not for any external eyes. You just have to start, get it done. Lots of perfectionists in here. Oh, look at this. Look at this progress. After attending the Exodus Summit in October, I studied for the TEFL and passed the exam. Now I'm joining the Trusted House Sitter platform so I can get a house sitter over the Christmas holiday, hopefully. Yes. Yes. Rebloom Room says something that's really important. Oh, and there goes Angela again. Failure is definitely an option. Failure is data. Don't be afraid of failure. When I say I don't and can't fail, what I mean is that if I do something and it doesn't work out the way I want it to, that is data. That's information. I'm gonna do it again. I'm a Taurus. I'm stubborn. I'm going to do it again. If this didn't work out the way I wanted it to, I'm going to pivot, use that information, do the same thing again or do it differently, but we are not stopping in this did not work out the way I wanted it to. We're not stopping there. I am not stopping there. I'm going to keep going until something happens the way I want it to. That's what I mean when I say failure is not an option. But failure for me, I also don't set a bar so high generally that failure is a thing that could happen in the sense that, like, y'all know I really wanted that townhouse. I really wanted that apartment. I did not get the apartment. We have not failed because that apartment still exists. So now the question is, what other shenanigans do I need to get into to get it? Because the first no, I'm gonna keep going till I get that yes. Delusional manifestation. This is mostly delusion at this point, but I'm still on it. Still on it. And then Angela said, perfectionism equals procrastination because we don't want to be perfect. Yes. Yes. Perfectionism is another form of procrastination. It's why we're talking about it right now. It's important. Releasing that will get you to movement faster. All right. Oh, you want to see my artwork from the cruise? It's in Mexico and I'm in Canada. So I haven't unwrapped it yet even. So when I'll try to remember to do that when I get home. There has to be a way. There has to be a way. If there is no way, I'll make a way. I'm stubborn and delusional. The world is mine. The world is mine. Join me. Be stubborn and delusional as well. It's a lovely life. What do you mean I can't rent this apartment? I'll be back in a few months. Anyway, okay. We're talking about perfectionism. We're talking about making a way. I'm talking about being delusional. Pero what we're really talking about is not procrastinating. Not procrastinating, not procrastinating, not procrastinating, not procrastinating, none of that. Do the work. Do the work. We're doing the work together as a community in Exodus ASAP. If you're not joining us in there, figure out what work you need to do and do the work. If you want to move abroad in 2026, when you're watching YouTube videos, when you're in the live streams, don't be in here reading the comments, looking at us. You know what I look like. You know what I look like. Figure out which books you're taking with you and which books you're going to donate to the library or take to a used bookstore or some other place that needs books. This is the nicest thing you could say to me ever. Thank you. Rainbow Girl 80 says, I didn't realize I was signing up for a therapy session this morning. It's why I'm here. I'm not a therapist, but I say some things you should think about. Yes. All right. Seriously, though, you don't need to watch me. It's okay if I have less comments one day because you don't know what all the comments are saying. because you're busy clearing out the kitchen cupboards because you're not taking all them pots with you wherever you go. The shoes, ladies, the bags, the electronics, them old cables and the old computers. You don't even know who goes with what. Where are you taking your used electronics that aren't coming with you? I love being in community with you. I love hanging out with you. But what could you be doing with this time? What can we do not have a lot of time. They say we all have the same 24 hours. Not if I sleep, well, not if I want to sleep for like 10. We don't. 24 hours ain't that much. It's just not. 24 hours is not that much time. So how can you double up on your time? How can you get more benefit from it? Let's start doing that. All right. Octavia says Exodus ACP accelerated me from procrastinating to learning and doing. Doing photos. Listen, if you're watching TV, you should be going through your photos and figuring out what you can take with you and what you can't take with you. It's time. Oh, congratulations, Octavia. She says she's going to her work office to clean it out. My last day of a W-2 job is December 5th. Congratulations. Right? What's we didn't talk about this. What's the dead weight you need to clear? What is the stumbling block that you need to clear before you can go? This is a bonus one. So our 5 so far were putting everybody else first, buying things that can't come with you, wishing instead of working, setting your own limits, and the various versions of procrastinating was number 5. But this one, Amber made me think of it, but this is not related to Amber at all. It only made me think of it because she's married. I know she's married. She has children. This is what made me think of it. For a lot of you, the biggest stumbling block may be sleeping next to you. The biggest stumbling block might be down the hall or off at college or on the other side of town. Right? I'm not saying leave your spouse, although I'm always saying leave your spouse. Always. I'm going to always say it. But that's not what I'm saying right now. I'm saying that listen, it don't have to be a man, whoever it is. If they're holding you back from living your dreams and they're not your dream right now, gotta go. No, well, what I'm really saying is that a lot of times we don't want to leave, not because we're caretakers, right? You might have an adult child, you just don't want to be that far away from. You feel like you're gonna feel guilty if you're far away from that child, right? You don't want to leave your grandkids behind, but there's absolutely no way their parents are gonna let them go with you. So now you're not living your dream. The person sleeping next to you at night is too scared to go, and you don't want you know in your bones you can't stay. So you sleep next to them for another 4 years, 5 years, unhappy. You deserve better. You deserve better. So let's let that go. Hi, Namdi. We don't have shame around here. For a lot of people, for a lot of, this is the thing. The shame that's associated with family and spouses being stumbling blocks is the shame we have about admitting it, right? The shame Black women have. I'm not ashamed to say that. Some people in my family, some people in your family are holding you back. The real shame that Black women feel is the shame in acknowledging that and saying it out loud. We don't have that shame around here. So clearly, we're not aligned. Bye, Namdi. I assume you won't be here anymore because I am not ashamed. I am saying truly, for some people, for some Black women, the thing holding them back the most is the person sleeping in bed next to them. I didn't say their child was holding them back. I said the guilt they would feel about leaving their child is holding them back. And if you can't get that, this is not a space for you. There are other spaces for you. Thank you. For those of you that know deep inside that a choice you made 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago is not a choice that feels good right now, do the thing that feels good. And if you worked on making it feel good and you can't make it feel good, do the thing that makes it feel good. You only have one life. And baby, the way they are ruining this planet, your life might not be that long. The true shame is being unable to acknowledge, at least to yourself, that the reason you're not making the progress you're making is because you're not aligned with the people closest to you, or you feel guilty that you're not doing what you think they want you to do, even if they haven't told you to do it. It's a shame if you can't acknowledge that to yourself. It's not a shame to say, I need something else. And I know I saw one of you say, we're talking about grown children, right? I believe firmly that if there's another responsible parent, a woman should not be the only caretaker. If there are two responsible parents and one of the parents has had a break for a while, an equal break is probably something the mom is deserving of and should advocate for if they want it. I'm not telling y'all to leave your young children behind. I'm saying don't take that off the table if it's something you need. Because we can't say don't pour from an empty cup. That can't be a thing that we actually believe. Don't pour from an empty cup. If you're requiring that the cup be emptied for the children, when somebody else got a full cup over here, somebody else who's capable, right? And probably willing. And if they're capable, they're probably willing. Has a full cup over here, and you empty cup over here. Because of gender roles and expectations. I love y'all. I really do. I am never living your best life means figuring out what that means for you. And a lot of Black women have never gotten a chance to figure out what that means for them. Nambi, you're really making my heart sing today. I don't know why you're still here, but one of the most destructive videos you've ever heard for any family structure. Listen, I love being top of the list. I love it. This video right here, I know you're foolish. This video right here is one of the most destructive you've ever heard. Really? Hilarious, untrue, but yes, I'll take the compliment. I will. Thank you. Because you're not listening. You're not listening with your good ears. You're not listening with your good ears. Why should, never mind. I'm not even gonna argue with you. We just gonna ban you because this is not for you. So you can't comment anymore. Thank you. I'm an overachiever. Yes. Yes. Most destructive? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Happy and fulfilled women are destructive for family structure. That's a question, but Angela, yes. A lot of people, including some women, don't want to see happy and fulfilled women. And that is not what we do here. It's not, oh, got to find some other Move Abroad channel, baby. We are happy and fulfilled women here, and that is terrifying. That's why this channel is for Black women. That's why this channel is for Black women, because some people do not want to see happy and fulfilled Black women. It's a threat to them. They see it as a threat. If you're not subjugating your needs as a Black woman to the Black family, you are not a good woman. That is the programming we are fighting against. I want y'all to be happy. And honestly, if that means leaving your underage children in a safe and responsible place while you figure out how to get back to you, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. I started this video by saying it's important that you put yourself first. And you see the enemy. The enemy crawled in to say, how dare you? How dare you talk about your happiness? How dare you say leave a partner that's not making you happy? How dare you? How destructive, how ruinous for the Black family that you want to be happy. That your happiness should be important, not even to the whole family, but to you. Your happiness being important to you is destructive. Namdi didn't know, but we needed them today. Look at this. Yes, we needed this today. I was about to end the video. Now here we go. People don't want to see you be happy. And they showed up right here, right now, to tell you why your happiness is not important. It's destructive to the Black family that you go be happy. It's more important. It's more important to keep the family together than for anyone in the family to be happy, especially you, Black women. If the person that is holding you back from your happiness is beside you when you go to sleep at night or down the hall in the same place, reevaluate what that relationship needs to be. If the guilt you would feel about leaving your minor or adult children to go live your dreams, if the guilt is the only reason you can't go, you can go. Guilt is just a feeling. Guilt is just a feeling. You're gonna feel a lot of things. You're gonna feel a lot of things. Guilt is just a feeling. You can go. If guilt is the only reason you can't go. If the only other place you could leave your minor children is unsafe, I'm not saying do that. But a lot of children have more than one parent. A lot of children do. Don't close off your options because of that attitude, that you never get to be happy because you're part of a Black family. And as the family unit, your happiness is not important. Don't do that. Go find happy. You have seen that divorced Black woman glow up. You have seen some of your friends get divorced, and all of a sudden they have gone from like sad and dejected to just majestic. I'm not saying divorce, just a divorce. I can't tell you what to do. I don't know you. Do what you need to do. Amber says she don't even have kids. She doesn't have grandkids, but she's thinking she can't go for the grandkids. Baby, your son out here flying planes and stuff. You're not worried about. Come back. Come back when you have grandkids. Send for them. Send for them. Staying in a toxic country like this for people who don't even exist yet and may never exist. Faye Lewis said she got divorced, glowed up, wrote a book. Yes. Ree Blue Maroon says she thanks herself for getting divorced every single day. Live your best life. You're going to have people. Thank you, Namdi. You're going to have people like Namdi who show up and tell you you're not making the right choice. They don't have to live your life. And they probably don't care about you the way you care about you. They probably care about other things, like the way it might look to the community or their place in the family. Nambi didn't say this was destructive because they love me or they love you. Nambi said it was destructive because they're controlling and they're trying to control people they don't even know and have no vested interest in. Nambi's out here upholding the patriarchy, caring about the way things look, not about the way you feel. And you're gonna have a Namdi in your life. You're going to have a Namdi in your life who tells you you can't go because you're going to be too far away from the grandkids that don't exist yet. Or it's not fair for you to go and leave them with the kids with their father because every child needs a mother. How long have you been mothering? And how long has he been fathering? In an equal regard, equal amount of time. Or you can't take your kids with you because they're going to be too far away from their father, who don't even see them now. Ha! One of y'all. That's at least one of y'all. I know that was a little stab, a little stick and twist for one of y'all. Can't go because you'd be taking the kids away from their father, who don't even see them now. You can go. If figure out how to go. Figure out how to go. Mm, a word from Abba. Some of those Namdis be jealous. Hmm. Hmm. How dare you be happy when I'm not? Because if they were happy, they wouldn't be online telling other people what to do with their time. This is the happy community. We give each other suggestions. We may say, hey, think about this, but we're not like, you need to blah, blah, blah. You need to is generally wrong. Generally wrong. You need to is generally not wrong. Generally wrong. Don't listen to that. The parenting is rarely equal. Yes. Yes. Flutter PNW says most families don't even live in the same state. Mine lives in mine live in 4 different states. We see each other every 3 years or so. You're not moving abroad because you don't see it. Not flutter by. But if this is you where you don't see your family, but every 3 years, maybe once a year at the reunion, you can come back for the reunion. You can come back. Anyhow, I did not mean for that to go there, but you know how I get to feeling strongly about something. Someone like Namdi is going to show up in your life and tell you why you are not subjugating your happiness, your life, and your freedom enough for the people around you. You are not putting what you want below what everybody wants enough to be a good person. You are not doing it enough to be a real Black woman, to be a member of the community. You are not forgetting what brings you joy enough. Tell them to go to hell. Go on ahead and say, Rashida said, go to hell. They're not going to get it. Tell them that's not your portion anymore. It's not. I don't want you to leave here and say, yes, but I'm different because my grandkids are X, Y, and Z. I only see them every 3 months, but I can't go in case. We're putting ourselves first. Number 1 on the list, the thing you got to stop doing now is putting everybody else first. Another way to say that, I'm going to say something real quick. Stop putting anybody else first, not just everybody else. Stop putting anybody else first. Stop putting anybody else first. Put yourself first. Oxygen mask, put it on. Everybody else will be okay. Everybody on this planet has free will. It may be restricted in some way, right? There may be something they need to deal with. That's not you, though. You need to figure out what you got going on. Put yourself first. That includes pets. Yes. It's okay to love you. Yes. Number 2, stop buying things that can't come with you. And yes, that includes gifts for your children that they want now, but can't come with them a year from now. unless it okay, so, uh, Christine Platt calls it, I think, disappearing gifts, right? If it's a gift that someone you can use up, a candle, spices, something like that, sure, sure. If it's something you know you're gonna want to bring with you, that's the only thing you should be looking at for Black Fridays. All the things, all the gifts. We're coming into the holiday season. Pause for a second. When did we start getting emails? I'm getting emails about Black Friday sales since last week. So, like, this is Sunday. So, probably like last Monday, I started getting emails about Black Friday sales. And they all say ending soon, last hours, ending soon. And I'm like, Black Friday is a week away. How are these? So, Black Friday done lost its mind. We have lost the plot. These stores have lost the plot with it now. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't buy yourself anything that you can't take with you. Don't buy yourself anything you can't take with you. You don't need anything. Your kids don't need anything. If they do, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. All right, buying things that can't come with you. Uh, we're not wishing instead of working. We're doing the work. We're wishing and working, but we're not letting wishing take the role, right? Delusional manifestation over here. But I'm also doing the work. Also doing the work. We're not setting limits that we don't want for ourselves. We're not telling ourselves, I can't do X, I can't do Y. If you want it, we're going to say, I can do it. I can move abroad. I can move abroad. I can figure out how to get enough money to support myself. Way more money than I need to support myself. I can figure it out. I'm going to take the lessons I learned at Exodus Summit 2025, and I'm going to figure out how to get enough money to support myself. And life is good. Life is going to be gravy. Done and done, right? Whatever that limitation is, you're going to say, I can. So if I can't, you're going to turn that into an I can, right? Number 5, we're going to stop procrastinating, 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 procrastinate whatever. Our bonus, I think our bonus was just like, we're not going to pay attention to those NAMDs who show up in our life. You raggedy bitch. Some of y'all got that. Some of y'all got that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not we're we're not doing that anymore. Someone's going to show up in your life and it's going to sound like they care. It's the devil. Maybe not all the time. Maybe that really is maybe that is a good friend, good family member, someone you care about. But you got to figure out if their intentions are aligned with yours. If they have your best interest in heart or if they have appearances are more important to them. Anyone who's not 100% for my happiness, and I mean anyone, when they be saying stuff to me, I'd be like, mm-hmm. I know the people who want me to be happy more than anything else in this world. I know those people who I'm like, anything they say to me, it's because they want me to be happy. It's only a few people. Anybody else, I'd be like, "Mhm, mhm." But you also care about what I can and usually do for you. Or you also care about the way this looks, right? The appearance side of Black excellence. If you are not someone who puts me and my happiness as the number one thing when talking to me about how I'm living my life, I can't really hear you. I'm probably also not talking to you about my life. So when your NAMD pops up, could be your sister, your grandpa, your lover. Remember, your happiness has to be the most important. If your happiness isn't first for you, who is your happiness first for? Nope. You're telling me that on this globe, on this huge planet, on this beautiful place where we have to live because we can't get to Pluto yet. On this ball, there's not a single person who puts your happiness first. Not a single person. Because if you don't, no one else will. If you don't put your happiness first, who will? Nobody. Nobody, baby. That was my best keep sweat. I'm so sorry. Um, Nobody's gonna put you first. You have to do it. Imagine living on this planet and nobody saying Rashida's happiness is the most important thing to me. Amina's happiness is the most important thing to me. Aileen's happiness is the most important thing to me. Abba's happiness is the most important thing to me. If you can't do that, if there's not one person, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And nobody's going to say that but you. And nobody should say it. Everybody should put their own happiness first. And you have people in your life who are selfish and never think about you, and you spend your whole time thinking about them, and we're not doing that no more. And I think I'm hot, I'm worked up, and we are done here today. We are done. I love y'all. I say this because I love you. I'm not saying leave your spouse. I'm just saying leave your spouse. You know exactly what I mean. Exactly. On that note, thank you guys. I thought this was going to be an hour video, but I'd be talking. If this was your first time here, the videos aren't always like this. They are a lot, though. I'm sorry. They are a lot like this. I have to just acknowledge that. Okay, so give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share this with a woman who needs this message today. Share this with a Black woman who needs this message today. I love y'all. I do this because I care about you. If you need help figuring out what you need to do next to move abroad, join us in Exodus ASAP. We're going to go in December. We're going over the 8-step peace out protocol, and we're giving you work to do in each bucket of the step so that you can make some progress, because wishing is not working. We're no longer procrastinating, right? We're doing what we need to do. Join us in there, exodusasap.com. Join us in the Exodus Summit community, exodussummit.com/community. Just hang out with us there if you want to be in the community of Black women who are doing the thing. And yeah, thank you guys for being here with me. I did not, like I said, I thought this was going to be an hour. I was like, I got nothing to talk. Like, it's short. I only got 5 points. We'll be done. And yet. Okay, so I will see you guys. Oh, to be helpful. So I walked in and all I heard was leave your spouse, gotta rewatch. What I said was, I'm not saying leave your spouse, but I'm saying leave your spouse. We all have to do what works for us. We all have to do the thing that works for us, the thing that's going to make us happy. All right. Love and light. Jasmine, I see you. Love and light. I will see you guys next week. I'll still be in Canada next week. Peace out. Members of YouTube membership, I'm going to send you a Zoom link. You'll get it, and we'll meet in about 10 minutes. Okay. Whew. All right. I think we did that. Bye, y'all. Till next time. Oh, thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Subscribe. You want more of this. I know you do. See you soon.